Greetings to everyone. This is Paul from Exampil, a student-driven platform to help you crack your entrance exams hassle-free. Today we have Dr. Asma Khan with us, currently in first year of MBBS and pursuing her degree from the prestigious Lady Hardinge College. It's a pretty renowned college which needs no introduction, and it goes without saying the level of effort required to get in. Very hearty congratulations, Dr. Asma Khan, for your achievement. I'm sure the journey must not have been easy. So, without any further ado, let's start with the interview. So, my first question to you is, what motivated you to aspire to become a doctor?
Okay. So basically, I'm an empath. That means I can actually feel the other person's pain. And I have seen that people keep saying कि भाई doctors की बहुत कमी है, doctors की बहुत कमी है, when actually इतने सारे doctors होते हैं in the cities and all. But I got it कि जो actually doctors की कमी है, it is in the rural areas, in the areas where actually doctors are absent. I want to go work out there, I want to help people out there. So yeah, that motivated me to become a doctor so that I can go and actually work on the ground level where the doctors are actually required that way. Yeah, so
Okay,
that was my basic motivation, that I want to actually do the work and not go for the money out there. Yeah.
okay, very nice. So, what method of study did you adopt?
Okay. Now, this is a very vast question. There's no one methodology that you can adopt. I basically tried everything that everyone told me at least once, and I just went on with whatever worked for me. For example, some people will say that follow a lot of different kinds of books. Some would say do the same book a lot of times. Some would say make short notes of physics, chemistry, don't do bio with short notes. Some would say don't do short notes for anything, just write your formulas down for physics and chemistry and go through your NCRTs again and again, because bio you have to know everything. There's no short kind of. So there are a lot of tricks and methods that people will tell you around. So different things work for different people. So you have to, you like, just don't let anything pass. किसी ने बोला कि ये करो तो okay, try this once at least. अगर लग रहा है कि oh it is beneficial to any extent, then you just adopt it into your methodology. अगर लग रहा है कि नहीं ये मेरे लिए तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, because there were things जो मेरे लिए तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं थी, so I just stopped doing that. तो दैट वे यूल जस्ट नो कि तुम्हारा क्या तरीका है. तो अल्टीमेटली व्हाट आई डिड वाज कि मैंने सारे ही चीजों के शॉर्ट नोट्स बनाए थे, बीट फिजिक्स, बीट केमिस्ट्री, बीट बायोलॉजी. मेरे टीचर्स मुझको बोलते थे कि बायो के नोट्स बिल्कुल बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, इट्स अ टाइम वेस्ट, एंड बायो में तो एक एक चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है, यू जस्ट हैव टू गो थ्रू द होल थिंग अगेन एंड अगेन. बट आई बिलीव कि जो चीजें आपको रट चुकी हैं, बिल्कुल आप सपने में भी भूलते नहीं हो, तो यू डोंट हैव टू रीड देम अगेन एंड अगेन एंड वेस्ट योर टाइम. So I just made short notes of things जो मुझे लग रहा था I'm forgetting and stuff. So I did my own thing there. तो वही है कि don't let anything out. I would say कि तुम भी बायो के नोट्स बनाकर देखो जो चीजें तुम्हें याद नहीं रहती हैं, and if that works out for you, then bravo, you have another methodology to yourself. So it's that way. There's no one specific mantra for everyone. Different things work for different people, but there's definitely one methodology that is important for everyone in this exam, and that is पढ़ो. बस पढ़ते रहो. इट्स अ रैट रेस बेसिकली. इसमें आप गधा हो, आप घोड़ा हो, एवरीथिंग इज इक्वल. मतलब आईक्यू का उतना खेल है नहीं. एक बेसिक आईक्यू आपको चाहिए होता है, उससे नीचे तो ऑब्वियसली इट वोंट वर्क, बट उस बेसिक के ऊपर सब इक्वल है. जो जितनी मेहनत करेगा वो उतना हायर लैंड करेगा. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू स्टडी स्टडी स्टडी. दैट इज लाइक द बेसिक मंत्रा फॉर ऑल. उसके बाद चीजें आप ट्राई करते रहो, एंड ट्राई एंड एरर, दैट इज द थिंग. यस.
Oh, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so what did a typical day in your life look like when you were preparing for NEET? Like, what was your day-to-day
Okay.
routine?
Yeah, there were two different kind of typical days in my life. The majority of them were suba utho. I used to start with a blast. I used to have classes at 6. I was at Allen. So I used to have classes from 6:30 and 6 onwards. I used to wake up at 4:30 or 5, and I used to just start off with, some music, and I used to get ready. I used to bath with that music. I used to dance out my way through getting ready, like Hall of Fame jaise songs, which are very motivating and very energetic. I used to start my day like that. Otherwise, I always felt sleepy. That was the reason they used to wake me up. And I love dancing, so I used to do that along with getting ready. Then I used to go to my classes and used to, study. in the breaks also I used to revise whatever has been taught in class. Then after coming back home, I used to study. I did not take a break beach mein because I thought कि रास्ते में आना ही was enough a break. I used to study till the end of the day. Then I used to have a good night's sleep. That is the best part of it. I never missed my sleeping hours for anything. And that is very important because if you don't sleep, your brain definitely keeps shutting down slowly. So don't miss your sleep. That was one kind of day. Then there were these another days which were very less in number, but they were those days where I would not study. I would just relax. I would watch a movie, or I would just talk to all my friends that day, and I'll do everything but studying. So there were those days, but they were not like very high in number. They were like after 2 weeks I'll take a day's break, or after 3 weeks I'll take one day's break. I thought that was very important to, just not saturate, because kids saturate, they do very good in the starting, and by the end they just saturate and give up onto studying. So I think those breaks were important for me, so that I don't give up. I am there till the end. So yeah, those were my two typical kind of days. Yeah.
Sounds like a very productive and well balanced routine. Okay. What is your weakest area and how did you manage to overcome it?
Actually, I'm that kind of student who I know that everything is very easy. I don't know, somehow in my brain I know that it is all easy. It's just a matter of I going out and doing it. Actually, if I'm studying anything, it is going to be easy. If I'm not studying it, it's going to be difficult. And also I felt कि teacher पे बहुत depend करता है आपको. If you like the teacher who's teaching that particular subject, you like the subject. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं यार ये teacher कितना boring है, या ये सुला देता है, या you just find some problem with that teacher, तो आपको वो सब्जेक्ट अच्छा नहीं लगता. तो 11th 12th में when I was studying for NEET, तो फिजिक्स वाले जो टीचर थे, दो I had a very good connection with him. He was like a second father to me. He really was there for me, but I found him a bit boring along with the whole of my class. So things got a bit bad physics वाले part में. I was like not willing to study. I felt like कि नहीं, मुझे पढ़ना ही नहीं है. I know it is easy, but पढ़ने का मन ही नहीं है because it's just too much probably, और ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. सर इतना पका देते हैं and stuff. Also organic chemistry. Our teacher of organic chemistry used negative things, to get us on कि तुमसे तो कि इससे भी नहीं हुआ था, देखते हैं किस किस से हो पाएगा. So that was his kind of motivation. But I am very positive kind of human being. मुझसे negativity बर्दाश्त नहीं होती. तो उनका ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में मैं कर ही नहीं पाती थी. मैं करती ही नहीं थी. मुझे लगता था कि अच्छा वो नहीं कर पाया तो मुझे करना ही नहीं है, मुझे ट्राई भी नहीं करना है. तो ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री एंड फिजिक्स. बट देन इन माय ड्रॉप ईयर फिजिक्स में आई गॉट अ वेरी गुड टीचर, जो ऐसा करते तो अपना बड़ा भाई है, इससे तो कुछ भी पूछ लो, इससे तो कुछ भी बोल दो, ऐसा वाला फीलिंग था. सो आई जस्ट लव दोस टीचर्स एट एलन. तो फिजिक्स से प्यार हो गया अपने आप विदाउट एनी एफर्ट्स. और मतलब वही है कि वो टीचर भी पसंद आने लगी और मैं पढ़ने लगी फिजिक्स को. मतलब मुझे लगता है कि 11th 12th में मेरी यही फॉल्ट थी कि मैंने उसे पढ़ा ही नहीं. मैंने बस उसे सोचा कि बस बोझ है, उसको नेगेटिवली लिया, तो वो हो ही नहीं पाया. ऑल्सो ऑर्गेनिक, सेम फॉर ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, आई डिड नॉट पुट इन दैट मेनी एफर्ट्स. ऑल्सो आई डिड नॉट ट्राई आउट डिफरेंट मेथोडोलॉजीज. जैसे कि इवन ड्यूरिंग माई ड्रॉप ईयर ऑर्गेनिक वॉज अ प्रॉब्लम, लेकिन आई ट्राई डिफरेंट मेथड्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने पहले एनसीईआरटी करी पूरी ऑर्गेनिक की बिकॉज इट इज प्रिटी ईजी. उसके बाद आई वेंट ऑन टू द नोट्स, तो दैट वे इट रियली हेल्प. तो वही है कि just go out and do the things that are difficult for you and they'll be easy eventually, क्योंकि आप पढ़ोगे ही नहीं तभी सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम है, otherwise things are easy. So that was how I got out of my trouble. Yeah.
Okay. So, Asma, while preparing for NEET, there must be a lot of pressure coming your way, right? So, how do you deal with that?
Mm, I did not deal pretty well, I would say. There was a lot of pressure, not only of study, that I never take study ka pressure because I know कि पढ़ूंगी तो हो जाएगा. But my family members, my father was not well. He was pretty ill at that time. So I used to be under that pressure कि उनको कुछ ना हो जाए, I want to be with him. But घर में every elder sibling that I have scolded me कि अरे सब भूल के पढ़ो. So that was a lot of problematic scenario in my life. तो मैंने अल्टीमेटली उससे इसी तरीके से डील किया दैट आई रियलाइज कि आई एम not in any power right now. I cannot help in any way. I cannot help my family or anyone, as a matter of fact, by worrying. the only way that I can help out myself and my family and my father is by actually studying and doing something good. If I get selected in a prestigious college, all the happiness and positivity will be one of the aspects that will help heal him also. He'll be so happy. So that's the only way that I can help. If I'll cry out, if I'll worry, and it's not going to help. Also, for the students who actually take padhai ka pressure, is like padhai ka pressure hai to pareshan hone se acha padho. That way your pressure will get less, and that's the only way. तो उस चीज को जानो कि पढ़ाई का प्रेशर सिर्फ पढ़ने से कम होगा और किसी भी चीज से नहीं. So without any ado, just go and start studying. कि भाई पढ़ाई का प्रेशर, okay, let's study. 5 minutes into the studies and you'll realize कि अरे pressure कम होने लगा है. So yeah, just take the leap of faith and go study. Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
very well said. So I'm pretty sure you must be like overwhelmed, while preparing for NEET, because of all the studies that you have to do. And so how do you maintain a healthy personal life balance, like healthy personal and studying life balance?
Yeah, as I told you, like when I used to wake up, I used to have all the songs that I love on. I used to put them on dance out, and I had friends. Even at Allen, I had friends. So I always had my meals with my friends, that was one way. Then I made sure of it that I talk at home at least one time a day. So that really used to help me calm down. Then at times when I used to feel pretty low, I'll call my friends, my best friend, and just rant about everything wrong with life. And then they'll be like, "Acha chalo, theek hai, okay, theek ho jayega." And they used to, just hold me up together. So I think that is how I maintain my work-life balance. But it was pretty chaotic, and it will be chaotic. Like I'm not going to tell anyone कि सब कुछ smoothly हो जाता है. No, that 1 year will be chaotic, but again, at the end of the day, it will be all worth it. You'll be a different and a better version of yourself after all that mess. Yeah.
Okay. So almost 15 to 20 lakh students gave NEET the same year as you did. And like everyone must have prepared pretty well because like it's a competitive exam, it's NEET. And but what did you do differently which resulted in your success?
Yeah. One thing is that no matter what happened, no matter how much I cried that day, no matter I developed a lot of stress. I developed urticaria because of stress in my examination duration when I was preparing during that time. I developed urticaria, and my stimulant was stress. That whenever I used to get even a bit stressed about anything, my body used to respond with inflammations and blisters all over my body, which would apparently go away after a few hours or after taking medications like levocetirizine, which are anti-allergics. But yeah, that is the level of stress that I got into my cells that even my body had to respond. But even then, I used to study. I knew one thing: ki this is my chance and I'm not going to blow it away no matter what. I would study no matter what. I would study if I'm crying. I would study if the world is going to blow away the next moment. I would just study no matter what. That is one thing. And the other thing is that I had confidence in myself, and I am a believer. So I had confidence in my Lord that, whatever He'll do is ultimately going to be good. But I also knew that God helps those who help themselves. So I was like, I'm going to help me throughout it. I am going to study, and then it's upon God. If I get selected, it's upon God. If I'm not getting selected, it's upon God again. So I am not at fault here because I am giving my 100%. So these were the two things combined that, I think was responsible for me getting selected. So yeah, one way of putting it up is Allah got me selected. Yeah. Yeah. That's
I
it.
love your determination, Asma. Uh,
Yeah, true. I think it's good to believe in God because God is good. People are bad because they
Definitely,
transform things in the, yeah. So it's good to
definitely,
believe because they only ask you to love other people, to do all the good things. So it's good. Yeah.
definitely, for sure. Okay, my next question to you is, and future NEET aspirants would love to know this. What was your parents' reaction when they learned that you have scored so well in, NEET exams, and you're soon going to become a doctor?
Obviously, they were super duper happy. One thing is that my parents never stopped believing in me. They knew it from the start that I'll get through. I don't know how, but they were always like, our daughter is going to get into the best of it. She's just meant to be great. I don't know how they do it, but they have so much confidence in me. Here, when I actually got selected, they were definitely happy, but not surprised at all, not out of their box happy. They were like, it's normal. You were supposed to be there. It was like that. But all my relatives went gaga, definitely. All my relatives who actually won't even call me once to ask me if I'm all right or not, they were all over their Facebooks and Instagrams. Only I was there, and all the best wishes from their friends. So yeah, they were pretty much happy. My family was like, it's normal. She was going to do it anyway. But all the world around me spun like anything, and I was happy about it because it told me what a hypocrite this world is. Okay, see, now they see me. All the people who didn't even care if I would have died ek saal pehle tak, now they are going crazy about me, and they're all like inviting me to their houses. Ki, Are Asma, you got selected, dawat par aao, ye karo, wo karo. So yeah, it made me happy definitely because they were happy. Also because I knew कि अच्छा बेटा इंसान तो important नहीं है, वो successful हो जाए तो बहुत important है. Also there was like जो मेरे local city के newspaper people are there. They were here. So that was a very pretty happy thing for me. So yeah, everything was just so colorful and happy, and just the way I expected it to be, and I was so at peace. Like at the end, everything is just so good. All the urticaria, all the stress, all the crying, and all the mehnat that I've put in is, yeah, given it's paid off. So yeah, everything was all so happy, and I have no words to explain that. I think पढ़ो यार, उस चीज को बस फील ही कर सकते हो और उसे फील कर लो. Yeah,
Everything was
that's it.
sunshine and strawberries.
Yeah. At that point of time, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Asma, how did you manage everything along with the preparation? As the paper pattern had a sudden change just 1 month prior to the exam.
Yeah. So 1 month prior to an exam, our number of questions had increased and the time was same. So we had to attempt 200 questions in 180 minutes. Definitely we had choice, but obviously to choose also you have to go through all the questions. So, and we don't get that much time. We don't get even 1 minute per one question. So obviously that was pretty shocking, and I was like, I don't know how this will be done. Though my timing was pretty good. Like I used to have one half hour spare time after I completed the 180 questions. So I was still fine, but even then I was pretty shocked that I may miss out or I may, fill the OMR wrong because of this change. So I was pretty much afraid of it. But then my siblings, they told me that this change is not just for you. If it's a challenge, then it's for all those 17 lakh students. So it's a level playing field. You don't have to be worried about anything. If there are chances that you can make mistake, then there are chances that anyone else can do that as well. So you just try to, you know, try practice with that type of pattern, and you would do good. So they were my confidence, and I then tried a lot of question papers with that kind of pattern, and that got me through. I did not make any mistake, but definitely it was a very lengthy paper, and I completed it just at the last moment. So definitely it was a challenge, but yeah, I got through it. Thank God. That is it.
Okay. Okay. So how does it feel to get into your dream college?
Oh, okay. It feels like dreamland. Yeah, I keep saying it a lot that I'm living my dreams. I keep saying it. I say it all the time to my friends, to my siblings, and one of my siblings is pretty irritated by it. He's like, "What is this, man? You're not living your dreams. You're living your reality. Now, come on, dream bigger." But as for now, it just has been months into my college, and it is just lovely. It is everything that I wish for. It's just that I don't have a basketball court there, but I still made a team. So I went to tournaments, and we apparently won. And I was the founder of the team. So yeah, things are good. But I was the founder, as in I just initiated, and seniors got along pretty good seniors, and everything is so amazing. Like the college itself, it's so aesthetic, the feel, and the hostel is very nice. with some problems, but then I think they're all bearable. And you know, all the co-curricular activities that we have there, all the societies, the dramatic society, the fashion society, the dance society, the sports society, everything. I am that kind of person who, you know, doesn't study as much, who is into all the co-curriculars, and studies just get along themselves in a nice way. So I am just thrilled to be at my college because I have all the opportunities for all the co-curriculars that I wanted. So I know you can see on my face, apparently, I am super happy to be at my
Definitely.
dream college. Yes. So it is amazing. It is the best thing that has happened to me in a long time. Yes.
Your face lit up when you were speaking about it. Okay. Asma, what helps you focus the most? Like, I'm pretty sure you must be losing focus here and there, right? But what is your number one tip to focus?
Mm, I think uh, it is just that thing that you know, that you just have to do it. There's no other way. You just have to get through this thing, and you don't want to be stuck in this phase कि दोबारा से नहीं कर सकते आप वो चीज़, आपको इस साल क्लियर करना ही होगा, आपको अपना 100% देना ही होगा, so that even if you fail, you know कि I have given my all and now I don't have to do this again, because it is probably not my cup of tea if I'm not getting through, and if I am getting through, then it's all good. But then you know that you have to give your all, you have to give your 100%, you have to know this in your head. So I think that is the only motivation कि अब इस फेज से दोबारा नहीं गुजरना, और अगर आप 100% नहीं दोगे and you fail, so you will think कि I should give it a try again. जैसे मेरे साथ 12th में हुआ था, in my 11th and 12th I was not that serious and I did not study as well. I got colleges, government colleges, but my family apparently thought I deserved better. So I got along and I was like, okay, I'll give a try, because I did not give my 100%. The next time I did give my 100%, but I did not get what I wanted. I was just like I would have been the next person to get this college in which I am right now, but I did not get it the last year. So I took a college which I could actually leave because उसका bond कम था. तो मैंने ऐसा college choose किया. I got all colleges in all the states, but I chose a college which I could actually leave, because you have to pay a bond amount if you want to leave. So I chose a college जहाँ पे bond amount पूरे इंडिया में सबसे कम है. I again appeared for NEET and now I'm here where I wanted to be. So you have to give your 100% so that you realize you know what I deserve and what I don't deserve. You have to know your own potential, and that is the thing that keeps you going. कि आप अपना 100% दो, आप फुल ऑन कंसंट्रेशन दे के कितना कर सकते हो वो जान पाओगे तभी जब आप वो करोगे. So that was my motivation.
Wow, that was very smart. Um, so Asma, what is the last moment strategy for NEET?
Last moment strategy specifically for me was to stay calm. That is the thing that I lacked the most. Last year, I could have scored 720 on 720. I'm not even bragging. I made all the silly mistakes that I could. It was all silly mistakes. I scored 636, and that was all because of my silly mistakes. So it is very much required that you stay calm and you have your nerves under control. So that is my strategy, at least for last 2-3 days. It's all about how calm you are, how confident तो कोई भी नहीं हो पाता उतना, but still how much you know कि okay, जो होगा अच्छा होगा. Just go and give it and not worry as much. That is the last moment thing that we need to do. बाकी पढ़ाई तो सब कोई कर ही लेता है. You have to just revise your short notes. That is all that you have to do. You can't get into solving questions. You can't get into studying lectures and stuff. You just can go through your short notes and the last moment notes that you have made. That is all. And most importantly, keep your nerves under control. Do some meditation. At least that's what it is for me.
Very well said. Um, what is your advice to students currently studying in 11th standard, 12th standard, and for those who are repeaters?
That don't worry about the results. Don't think कि मेरा नहीं हुआ तो क्या, या मेरा हो जाएगा या कुछ भी. Because 11th 12th में I was that overconfident kid who was like, I am the best. I am getting it done. So I lagged there. Then I was that kid who was worried during the drop year कि नहीं हुआ तो क्या. And then when I actually got to college and I planned कि नहीं मुझे दोबारा करना है, I was not worried about मेरा selection होगा. I was not overconfident कि मेरा हो ही जाएगा. And I actually got it done pretty easily. मुझे कुछ मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ी. I was just not worried about anything कि होगा या नहीं होगा. So don't worry about होगा या नहीं होगा. Just give it your all. Just keep studying. Just do what is in your control. We say कि present बोलते हैं because it's a gift and it genuinely is. So just make the most out of present moment कि तुम अभी क्या कर सकते हो, and that is studying. चाहे तुम 11th में हो, चाहे तुम 12th में हो. 11th is like the most important class for NEET especially क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा transition होता है. So you have to give your all. 12th में तो you have to give your all क्योंकि अब तुमको बस अपीयर करना है नीट में और तुमको 11th का भी रिकलेक्ट करते रहना है. और ड्रॉप ईयर में तो तुम्हारी बहुत बजी हुई होती है, तुम्हें सब कुछ ही करना है, तो यू हैव टू स्टडी. सो ऑल इन ऑल जस्ट डोंट वरी अबाउट व्हाट विल हैपन. बस वो चीज के लिए वरी करो कि तुम अभी क्या कर सकते हो. अभी तुम पढ़ सकते हो, तुम नहीं पढ़ रहे देन बी वरीड एंड जस्ट गेट बैक टू स्टडीज. और अगर तुम पढ़ रहे हो तो टेंशन ही मत लो, बस जो तुम कर रहे हो वो करते रहो. दैट इज ऑल. जस्ट keep studying and you'll make it. Yeah.
Yes, very nice. So I'm pretty sure just like all of us, even you make silly mistakes, but how do you be mindful of them? How do you minimize them?
Yes, that is a very important question actually, because as I told you last year when I appeared in NEET, all I did was like all the problems were just silly mistakes. So what I did was that all the papers, the test papers, the mock test papers that I appeared for, I started writing down in a different diary the mistakes that I made, be it silly, be it any kind of mistake. For example, if a question said that mark the answer which is not most appropriate, something like that. So if I forgot the not out of it and I asked the most appropriate answer out of the all, and that is the mistake that I made, I would write down in my diary that encircle that not, mind it. If I made a mistake that I just answered first option as an answer, where third or fourth options were even more appropriate, then I would write it down in my diary that read all the options and then mark your answer. If my time I was an issue, if I was not fast enough, I would write down be faster, practice questions every day, like this, like that. If like all these things, like whatever mistake I made, I used to make sure that this particular mistake is not being repeated again. And it actually happened. I used to read that diary before I used to go for the exam the next time, and it helped a lot. And I think that is the only way that you can remember your mistakes, by writing them down and revising what mistakes you have made so that you don't make it again. I think that is the best solution for it, and I hope everyone tries it, and I know that it will be useful.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is very logical. Why do you think is peer-to-peer guidance important?
I think uh, as I told earlier also that I had friends in my PG during my NEET preparation, and I used to have my lunch with them. So I always did that because they were so positive and motivating. You know, जब आपके बगल वाला बंदा भी उसी चीज से गुजर रहा है जिस चीज से आप गुजर रहे हो, तो अगर उसको पेन भी हो रहा होता है ना, उस पेन में भी सुकून मिलता है कि हम अकेले नहीं हैं. और फिर मन करता है कि उसको संभालते हैं. हम एक्चुअली खुद को संभाल रहे होते हैं. वो कहता कि यार मेरी ना पढ़ाई इतनी मुझे करनी है पर उतनी नहीं हो पा रही, तो हम बोलते हैं अरे नहीं, देख ऐसे कर, अरे देख ऐसे हो जाएगा. तो वो हम खुद को भी बता रहे होते हैं साथ साथ. सो पीयर टू पीयर लर्निंग इज लाइक सुपर डुपर कूल, क्योंकि वहां पे कोई ये नहीं होता कि कोई ज्ञान झाड़ रहा है. नो, वो भी सेम लेवल पर है ना. ऐसा होता कि अरे इन्होंने तो कर लिया, इनके लिए आसान था. नहीं, उन्होंने भी नहीं किया है, वो भी वही कर रहे हैं जो आप कर रहे हो. और आप जिस पोजीशन में हो वो आप ही समझ सकते हो, और जो आपके बगल वाला है वो जिस पोजीशन में वही समझ सकते हैं. मतलब वो जो नीट प्रिपरेशन वाला एक ग्रुप है, उसको ही पता है कि वो क्या फेस कर रहा है एक्चुअली. अभी मैं बता रही हूँ बट आई डोंट नो व्हाट दैट पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप इज गोइंग थ्रू, बट दे नो. So they're the best ones to advise each other. Also, if you find good people, like that's also very important. At times you find toxic people who actually don't want you to grow, so they can give you wrong advice also. So you have to be smart about it also, that you choose your company very wisely, you choose your peer-to-peer connections very nicely. Because I had good people with me and they were like always motivating me, and they were always scolding me if required कि ये तू गलत कर रही है, don't worry about this, ऐसा कर वैसा कर. And I think that really helped me. So choose your company wisely, and it'll take you to places where you cannot go yourself, because ultimately we are a social animal and we will interact with people. So better do it with the right kind of people. Yeah.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. So with this, we come to an end to our interview. You are a very well speaker, Asma. It was a pleasure talking to you. This was very insightful, and we hope that the students must have learned a lot of things from this session and will surely implement all these tips and guidelines in their preparation. Thank you for making time for the students today. We wish you all the very best for your future.